happy Make Your Move Monday. This is Latrice McFadden coming to you live all the way from Durham, North Carolina. And if you follow me on social media, you probably think that Zari is going to be coming to us live all the way from Reston, Virginia. But she's actually back in Durham. She pulled the okey doke and moved for a minute and then came back home. No, just kidding. She's moving, but she had to come back home for this weekend, which is or for this week for her to finish out a class, which is what we're going to talk about today, just briefly. So Zari, welcome back to Make Your Move Monday. Welcome back home, just temporarily. She's my only child that knows how to move out. She moved everything out, y'all. But anyway, welcome home. Tell us a little bit about yourself, real quick.
Oh, doesn't everybody on here know me already? Put all my business out here. I'm Zari. I'm sure you have seen me on her social media. Like I said, she be putting all my business out there. Um, Background computer science, PhD computer science from States. Recently moved to the DMV area, and I'm finishing out a carpentry class. So I came back this weekend to finish my carpentry class.
Okay, so computer science, carpentry, sewing, all these other things you do, but we're gonna really just highlight the carpentry class. So, what made you interested in carpentry?
Well, I mean, I think the consistent thing that's across like computer science, sewing, carpentry is being able to like build stuff and problem solve. So I think, yeah, it might seem like very disparate activities, but at their root, they're very similar. Like you're creating stuff, you're problem solving. Yeah, just like being able to be creative, to make stuff with my hands, to make stuff that I can use. And so, yeah, what interested me in carpentry? Well, of course, growing up with a realtor mother, and I guess my dad's also technically a realtor. I just grew up around real estate a lot, and I have an interest in real estate. Like, I'm sort of interested in maybe in the future, building like becoming a real estate developer, building like affordable housing properties. I'm interested in getting my general contracting license, that sort of thing. And so I wanted to take a carpentry class just to sort of get those hands-on experience. To be honest, I mixed up carpentry and woodwork. So like when I went started the carpentry class, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna frame out a house." I was like, "Oh, this is not what I was expecting it to be," but it's still great. Like I learned so much about just how houses are built, how to like I can lay out a wall. I can use a hammer. It might take me 15,000 tries, but I can nail in a I can hammer in a nail. Yeah, I'm somebody that just likes to learn and build new skills, and so the carpentry class was a part of that, I guess, background. It's just something that it just fits like who I am as a person. Yeah.
So, the carpentry class that we're talking about, the Durham Business and Professional Chain has a grant. And so, we received this grant last year, and I say we because I am on the board for the Durham Business and Professional Chain, have been for years, and we've done a lot of different things to help the community. But with this particular grant, they for the community, anybody that's a Durham resident, I think you do have to be at least 16. There are four different classes that you can take. It can be carpentry, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. And so it is like a pre-apprenticeship program, and this is the first cohort. They'll be graduating. The graduation will actually be next Sunday, the 29th. And we are having and I'll put the link if you can go follow the Durham Business and Professional Chains Facebook page, but there will be a meeting this Wednesday where you can come out and kind of hear some of the students talk about their experiences, and then see if you're interested in participating in one of those classes. You can do one class per session, and I think they're going to be four different sessions. So one is already taking place. So that's what we're talking about with this particular carpentry class. So you told us a little bit about the difference of what you expected. Would you recommend this class to anybody, or what are your thoughts on the experience and what you were able to learn?
Oh yeah, I would recommend the class. First of all, it's free. So like even if I didn't have the experience I had, I would still recommend it because it's off the basis that it's a free class. But yeah, like I learned a lot, like once again, how to frame out a house, how to hammer in nails, like learning how to use a saw, learning how to like mark, measuring or measuring using a measuring tape, the math, like there's a lot of math in carpentry, and I'm a math girl, so I was like, oh, this is right up my alley. Um, yeah, so I recommend the class. Yeah, like if you want to get sort of hands-on building experience. To be fair, I'm not sure that future classes will be as like hands-on as this class was, because we were the first session. But yeah, I learned a lot, and I feel a lot more comfortable with building stuff and stuff because it's sort of like sewing. Like as long as you don't like, yeah, once you cut something, it's sort of permanent. But other than that, you can fix anything. And I think that's an important skill set to have, is like the mindset of being able to build something, try something, make a mistake and take it apart and fix it. That's something that we definitely got a lot of experience with in carpentry and also in sewing to a different sort of like lesser extent. But I think building up that mindset of like creativity, problem solving, resilience, trying stuff and fixing it if it goes badly, I think that's a experience and skill set that's transferable to other areas of life. So yeah, and there's different, like we have a wide variety of people who are taking the carpentry class. Some
I was
people are
going
like,
to
oh,
ask you that.
I want to be a carpenter, like go into a more like apprentice program afterwards to make that a career. Me, I'm sort of there for vibes. And like in the future, maybe I'll become a general contractor. Do I think I will ever be working on a construction site? No. But now if I am on a construction site, I do have, for the most part, an idea of like what I'm looking at and what's right and wrong. Yeah, like just building like skills of precision and accuracy and just the importance of stuff lining up. um yeah, because my background's like when in high school I took engineering classes, and so I took like a civil engineering and architecture classes, so it's also interesting having the background of engineering, civil engineering versus construction, and seeing like how they work together, where civil engineering is more in the background making sure that stuff is like structurally sound. Carpenters have to sort of follow like rules and regulations that I think come from the work of engineers. So just seeing how everything goes together is fascinating to me.
So I got a little team here between you and your brother. When I get ready to get my properties, I'm gonna have to bring y'all in. We'll have to create a company.
Say I'm not gonna be on no construction site.
We'll talk about that offline. I know you're gonna help your mother somehow, some way. We'll talk about it offline.
I'll be listening when I talk, y'all.
I do. We just have to negotiate and talk a little bit more. Okay, so it was 4 months. It's a 4 month class, and you meet. Tell us a little bit about that, and then also you got an OSHA
Oh
certification. Did
yeah,
everybody get that too? So talk about those couple of things, the time
yeah.
frame, and
We did a 10-hour OSHA certification class, so I have my little OSHA card in my wallet somewhere.
what is
Um,
OSHA? Just in case somebody doesn't know,
oh,
what is OSHA? And why is it important to get that? Why is that a benefit to have?
Occupational Safety and Health Administration. So it's from the Occupational Safety and Health Act. And it's basically to protect like workplace employees. It's like OSHA is very intense. It covers a wide variety of stuff. We mostly focus on like general construction OSHA, but there's different areas, and it's basically like rules and regulations that you need to follow to stay safe as an employee in a work spot or in a work location. So we cover things like handling blood and bloodborne pathogens, safety, like ergonomics, that sort of thing, and also like knowing what your rights are as an employee, because as an employee you're entitled to a safe workplace. And there's federal and state regulations to ensure that happens. And so that's OSHA. The class itself, we met twice a week for an hour and a half, 6 to 7:30, Monday and Wednesday for carpentry, and then the other two, so carpentry and electrical Monday and Wednesday, and then plumbing and HVAC Tuesday and Thursday. So twice a week for an hour and a half. For about 16 weeks, we started like March 10th, I think, and we're ending. Technically, last class was June 25th. So it's basically like a semester of college for the class.
Okay. So, and then you also mentioned that it was free, but you also will get a stipend for just coming and learning. So you get to take a free class, become a pre-apprentice in whichever of those four subjects, and you can do more than one class, not simultaneously, but continuously. I guess that'd be the word. Um, and you get this you get the education, you get the OSHA certificate, which is a marketable, that's something nice to put on your resume, right, to say that you're OSHA. And I think they don't say certified, but OSHA, it's a different word that they use because they didn't, is my understanding correct? Not
Oh,
necessarily a certification, but it's, you have this education and this
yeah.
credential.
We did the 10-hour ocean training, and we have the card for it. So that's all I know. Yes, but we do get a stipend, $1,000 stipend at the end of the class.
So
Um,
what,
you have a
where they do that at, as my husband would say, where they do that at, where you get to get education for free, you get paid for it, and you get a something that you can add to your resume. And then they're also gonna, I think we're gonna be having some job fair, and helping people to look for, get jobs. So lots of great information. So I put the Durham Business and Professional Chain Facebook page in there. You can go out and take a look at the upcoming activities and figure out how you can get involved. So thank you, Dr. Zari McFadden, for coming on with me, especially at the last minute, just to share a little bit about this program. I do hope to get one of the instructors on, just to come on, and maybe I'll go live on Wednesday while we're there, so you can see a little bit more. But it has been, from the feedback I've gotten, it's been a very good class, and it's been pretty consistent. And you have to attend. There's like, you can't miss, if you want to get the stipend and get the education, you have to attend a certain number of days. You can't just be showing up every now and then, to get to fully finish the class. So, any closing comments you want to share about the program, or
Nope.
any
I
words to the
if you're
people?
interested, if you're interested, then I recommend signing up for it. And that was a timer for me to go.
All right, look how good we are. Perfect timing. Thank you, Zari. Everybody, you all have a great day. Remember to make your move, because every step counts, and we will be back with you next Monday.
Bye.